perfume money can buy. It keeps me smelling like a rose. If you wonder how I do it, it's just one simple rule. I'm just cool. Uh-oh. Honey, baby, can't you see? Girl, I'm so cool. Ain't nobody bad like me. Hey. Well, stand still. I might dine in San Francisco, dance all night in Rome. I go any freaking place I want to, and my live that brings me home. I got ladies by the dozens, I got money by the ton. Just ain't nobody better. Heaven knows that I'm the one. And it's all because of something that I didn't learn in school. I'm just cool. Honey, baby, can't you see? Girl, I'm so cool. Ain't nobody bad like me. Sing it, baby. What's that spin? That felt cool. What time is it? What's that spin? What time is it? 4. I'm so cool.
Hinton James left his home and walked across the state to Chapel Hill to enroll as the first student at the University of North Carolina. Years passed. Thousands of students followed Hinton's footsteps. And all of those students, like you, wondered the same thing. Will I find a place for myself at Carolina? College can be a wonderful experience. Anyone will tell you that, and it's absolutely true. What you learn in college is going to be the foundation of your future life and career. When you graduate, you will be well prepared for the world. But before you get to that point, you will have to have your first day on campus.
What do I wish I'd known before I came to Chapel Hill? How much work the academics would be.
I didn't know that I'd have to spend 3 hours studying for every hour I spent in the classroom.
You have to study, even for quizzes at UNC.
Well, it would have saved me a lot of worry if someone had told me that I wouldn't be laughed at for my mistakes.
I wish they'd told me I wouldn't just learn about academics, I learn about myself as well.
Another truth that not everyone knows. The sooner you feel at home on campus, the better your grades will be. That's why the Orientation Office, Division of Student Affairs, is sending you this video. We want you to find a place for yourself at Carolina.
majority of you from in-state today? No? Where are you from?
The first day for freshmen on campus comes in the summer. You'll attend CTOPS, which stands for Carolina Testing and Orientation Program Sessions. You'll spend the night in a residence hall. You'll take placement exams.
As well as, kitchens and laundry rooms in the residence hall. Some of them have computer rooms.
While you're learning about the university, your parents will have the option of doing that too. There's a special parents' orientation program.
Simply irresistible. Her loving is so powerful. It's simply unavoidable. Whoa. Irresistible. The woman is invincible. She leaves me alone. She deserves the applause. I surrender because she used to look good to me, but now I find her simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Fine, there's no telling where the money went. Simply irresistible, man. There's no other way to go. She's unavoidable. I'm backed against the wall. She gives me feelings that I've never felt before. I'm breaking promises. She's breaking every law. She used to look good to me. Now I find her simply irresistible. Fine, there's no telling where the money went. Simply irresistible, man. There's no other way to go.
As well as, kitchens.
I got money by Two more in Malibu. I got 87 Captain Laxonville. Got a monster right there too. With diamonds on my fingers. I got a couple on my toes. With the finest perfume money can buy. It keeps me smelling like a rose. You wonder how I do it. It's just one simple rule. I'm just cool. Uh-oh. Honey, baby, can't you see? Girl, I'm so cool. Ain't nobody bad like me. Hey. What's that still? Place I want to, and my lips that bring me home. I got ladies by the dozens, I got money by the ton. Just ain't nobody better. Heaven knows that I'm the one. And it's all because of something that I didn't learn in school. I'm just cool.
I have my hands in my pocket basically because I'm nervous. A lot of people ask me why was I going to be on Saturday Night Live. Basically, tonight I could have been in Gary and Anna with my friend Dick Hatcher, The Night to Remember, down in Mobile or Greenville, South Carolina with some of my friends. Figure I had to get this last shot of America's mind. Sometime I communicate from pulpits, sometime from bar stools, sometime public parks. Sometime I use examples, sometimes political satire. Tonight gonna be full of satire. As I look around, we got a long way to go, and we just get people who we can find them. Of course, about a campaign, the press real hard on me. So we had the campaign that was chaotic. It really was creative. We got 3.5 million votes, raised less than $3 million. That's about 99 cents a vote. That's the most cost-efficient campaign in American history. And in addition to running a cost-efficient campaign, we got 465 delegates. John Connolly raised $9 million and got 1 delegate. Make me feel like a genius. Bishop Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize this past week. Same time Reagan increased ties with South Africa and gave more strength to the Krugerrand. Now, tomorrow night there's going to be a great debate. But every time there's a debate, there's always some cropping up about a manual. Last time was George Will's and Carter's manual showing up for Reagan. This time it's Case's manual showing up. And somehow these manuals got to break through cement walls, and somehow manuals have a way of chasing Reagan down and kind of catching up with him. And I found in this contest that you just really can't satisfy the press. Press said, Jesse Jackson's not going to run. Well, I ran. They said, well, Jesse Jackson won't finish. Well, I did. They said I wouldn't get Lieutenant Robert Goodman from Syria. Well, I did. And with Reagan's help, I was able to get him back home. Then the press didn't want to find out how I got Goodman back. They want to know who paid the hotel bill in Syria. Hard to satisfy them. They said I wouldn't go to Cuba and meet Castro. Well, I went and I met Castro. I took Castro to church for the first time in 30 years. If I stayed a day long, I'd have actually got him a shave. we had great rapport. And it just made me, I was disgusted because I'd done all these miraculous things and the press just kept kind of putting me down. So I went home to Greenville, South Carolina. I was down the corner on Green Avenue. I asked my boys, what y'all? They said, well, you know, the word down here is that one day Jesse Jackson and the Pope was riding this boat. While they were riding the boat, stiff wind came along and blew the Pope's holy cap off. Pope reached for it and couldn't get it. Jesse Jackson couldn't get it. They said, well, what happened? I said, well, Jesse got up and walked across the water, got the Pope's cap, and brought it back, and the Pope was grateful. He's a very gracious man. He put his cap back on, and the press was riding in the next boat over. And they start typing this miraculous event. Next morning, the headlines wrote, Jesse can't swim. So I'm happy to be here tonight. Happy to be here tonight. One of the reasons I'm glad to be here, in addition to being with you, is that this program employs so many black people, gives so many black people a chance. It's humming and buzzing. Every time you get something going good, you can count on the White House calling trying to sabotage it. Where's the buzz coming from?
Oh my, he's coming into the control room. Everybody out. Let's go.
My man. Excuse me, Hank.
Hey, Jess, why?
Well, it's a harm. I can't, my program got undercut. What's happening?
Well, you probably need some more feedback.
Well, I got more feedback than I can use.
Well, feedback's bad. That's right, feedback's bad. Maybe we should cut the feedback. Can you hit that feedback button?
Just so you stay in charge, okay?
All right. Listen, take a nap. Lie down. You're doing great.
I can dig it.
You're a great man. You're a great man, Jess.
Is he gone?
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
That was close,
He's
guys.
gone.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Anytime.
Way down in the hall. We may need you. Okay?
And I'll bring the car around usual time.
No, yeah, okay. Stand by and take 2.
Man, BC, Soul Brothers are taking care of it so I can relax. Let's get on with the show.
This is Live Aid, version 1, final print master, A and B tracks only. Once in a great while, an event of such significance comes along that not to remember it would be unthinkable. Live Aid was that event, the best in recording talent that this planet has to offer, joined together in an unprecedented celebration of giving. Keeping that feeling, that spirit alive is vital. Kodak shares that commitment to remembering. That's why Kodak continues to actively support Live Aid today. Why Live Aid happened has to be remembered, so we can wipe out world hunger now. Then if we ever stage something like this again, our only reason for doing it will be to listen to the music.
Just my folks to meet. Well, we're laughing and singing and music swinging and dancing in the street, Philadelphia, PA. All the morning scene. Don't forget the Motor City. On the streets of Brazil. Back in the USSR. Don't matter where you are.
Call 800-LIVE-AID now, 24 hours a day. Donate what you can to help fight hunger. Live Aid. Remember why we did it. Help keep it alive.
Merry Christmas, Monster Strike!
モンストでたこ焼きプレゼント。
お店でもネットでも使えます。ついつい買っちゃう D ポイント。イェイ！お店でもネットでもたまにいます。今年のクリスマスは D ポイント。イェイ！
今年も来たよ。明治。
冬のキスは雪のような口どけ、降る雪が全部メルティーキスならいいのにね。
待ってました。 雪のような口どけ。
ニューメルティーキス。
さあ、氷の魔法があふれる世界へ。アナとエルサのフローズンファンタジー、1月11日から東京ディズニーランド。
プチストロベリークリスマス、プチストロベリークリスマス、プチストロベリークリスマス。食べなかったの。
今だけプチイチゴブルボン。
クリスマスといえばやっぱりチキンですよね。今ファミリーマートでは熱々のチキンをお得な価格でご用意しております。
雪を溶かすほど熱いチキン、ファミリーマート。
匂いとことんケッソフラン。冬もとことんソフランでとことん。冬も
臭いの。
大丈夫、匂っても匂ってもとことん消臭。パパは喜びには駆け回り、僕はこたつで丸くなる。冬もとことん消臭ソフランプレミアム消臭プラス。とことんプレゼント。
今日を愛するライオン。
セブン&アイ・ホールディングス。ケーキを選ぶ時から夢の時間へつながっているんだ。
ご予約は12月18日まで。イトーヨーカドー。
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling.
君の夢を叶えよう。
メリーブリッククリスマス。
世界最大級のレゴクリスマスツリー登場。家族で最高の思い出を。イベントいっぱい。レゴランドジャパンのブリッククリスマス、今ならお得。
モスクリスマス。サクッとジューシー、食べやすいモスチキン、モスバーガー。
ユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパンに世界でただ一つのクリスマスツリーが立ちました。目を凝らすたびに次々と姿を変える。これはまさに奇跡です。無限に変わる奇跡のツリー誕生。ユニバーサル・ワンダー・クリスマス。
メリークリスマス。クリスマスにはキャラデコがやってくる。限定フルボトルをゲットしよう。サンタクロース。他にもシリーズいろいろ。キャラデコクリスマス、早得でゲット。
It wasn't so long ago in the history of man's voyage toward a better world that ships were carrying eager passengers toward the shores of a new nation that was just in the building. Our forefathers were constructing the foundation of this nation by interlocking inseparably the blocks of our political and economic freedoms. Our forefathers established on this foundation of freedoms drew people from the far corners of the earth. And all those who set foot on these shores had the opportunity to build a better life for themselves. Even young Jonathan, an unskilled lad from across the sea, hoped to find a job where he could progress according to his ability and enterprise. As the years passed, Jonathan's earnings increased. But he still felt that for a man of his skill, it was about time for another raise.
Mr. Blessgravy, am I not the best crown rounder and brim trimmer in ye business?
Mm-hmm.
Then verily, methinks I am worth more moolah.
That you are, Jonathan. I'm sorry, lad.
No raise, Mr. Blessgravy? I quit. Sales and profits down. Phooey. I could run ye business better myself. Hey, why not? My own business. All you need's a little capital, a little push, and an idea. Yeah, an idea. Let's see.
So I said to him, I wouldn't wear that hat to a dog fight. Why, there isn't a decent hat in the entire village. And such prices. Imagine paying that much for a poke bonnet. Why, it was an awful thing.
Why not? Women's hats. My own business.
Fortunately, Jonathan was thrifty enough to keep a little nest egg for such an emergency. Well, the cost of the building took care of the nest egg. And there was nothing left to pay for the necessary tools and equipment. But happily, Jonathan had a good reputation. And as his idea promised a profit, his friends and neighbors were willing to invest some of their savings in his new business. In the nick of time, an enterprising chap showed up with the raw materials to make hats. And before long, Jonathan was open for business. First, he had to advertise.
Shop at Bonton, it's the spot. 12 new hat styles, that's a lot. Ladies, get that new hat thrill. 30 days to pay your bill.
As an expert salesman, Jonathan demonstrated the superior style and quality of his product. He set a price for his creations that the consumer was willing to pay, and sales dollars poured in from satisfied customers. Jonathan had big dreams of the wonderful rewards of being in business for himself. But before he could buy what he wanted, his employees' wages had to be paid. He had to pay taxes. And his friends who helped finance the business had to be paid a return on their investment. When all of his bills were paid, Jonathan had to exchange his big dream for a little dream.
Mesdames, mademoiselles, it is the privilege of Alphonse, hat stylist to all the grand heads of Europe, to bring you hats with style so chic, a quality magnifique, and a price, ooh la la, so low. Come one, come all to the grand opening.
To meet competition, Jonathan had to plow part of his profits back into the business to develop a better hat. If customers approved the quality, style, and price of Jonathan's new designs, he still could make his dreams come true. With the passing years, this strong foundation of freedoms protected the dignity of the individual and his family, gave everyone the right to worship as he pleased, and promised anyone with ability and enterprise the opportunity to participate in the building of the American way of life as we know it today. A way of life that depends upon millions of thrifty Americans who send a portion of their savings to work in our business system each year. People from all walks of life. Workers, farmers, housewives, all of us send our dollars to work in our business system in the hope of earning dividends or interest on our investments. Anyone who has an insurance policy, a bank deposit, or a share of stock is helping to finance our business system. A constant stream of savings dollars must flow into big and small business each year. These dollars help to buy the land, the buildings, the tools and equipment, and create new job opportunities for our expanding population. The goods we produce are distributed to main streets all over the country. While the Main Street of today doesn't look much like the Main Street of Jonathan's time, the principles of our business system remain the same. For businessmen still compete with one another for the consumer's supply of spendable dollars. And Mrs. Consumer is still mighty critical of everything she buys. Uh-oh, competition. The management of every business has a continuing problem to improve their product to stay ahead of competition, or else.
Okay, men, this is it. Quick Chill's got the ball. We've got to get it back. Give them that new product play. More style, better quality, new features, and at the right price. Hit the line, men. Let's go.
Micrometer, wrench, file, caliper, slide rule.
In addition to creating a better product, management develops new tools and more efficient methods to help workers turn out more boxes to sell at a price Mrs. Consumer will pay. Features about this better product are advertised to point out its competitive advantages.
The Auto Magic Perma-Freeze, with plenty of room for groceries galore. The Auto Magic Perma-Freeze, with a super-duper store-o-matic door. Just press the button for your ice, a feature that is new, and extra space all over the place for other items too. In the Auto Magic Perma-Freeze, so see your dealer right away. Get a Perma-Freeze today.
Ah, yes, dear lady. Perma-Freeze is your kind of refrigerator. High quality at a low price.
Sales dollars from satisfied customers once again flow back to Perma-Freeze. A successful business must have enough sales dollars coming in to enable management to pay the expenses of doing business, such as salaries and wages, materials and supplies, research and product development, plant maintenance and repair. In addition to all of these bills, management has to pay taxes to local, state, and federal governments. Any money that's left over is known as profit. Wise management plows part of it back into the business. The remainder of the profit is paid out as dividends. These dividends are sent back to investors as a reward for risking their savings in the American business system. although occasionally some of us pick a lemon and have to take a loss. The constant investment of our savings through good times and bad has enabled our competitive business system to continue to increase the production of more and better goods to meet the demands of our rising population for a better standard of living. For example, it was only a little more than half a century ago that the average worker had only inefficient tools to help him turn out a product. Low production meant low wages. In 1900, many men had to work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, to earn enough money to provide their families with the bare essentials. Hand labor was the rule in the home as well as the factory. In many families, the youngsters had to work to add their earnings to the family budget and forego the opportunity to get an education. And with most families in those days, the standard of living left much to be desired. A half-century later, we had invested enough in our business system to provide the average worker with efficient and expensive buildings and machinery to enable him to produce enough in a 40-hour week to earn twice as much as the 1900 worker earned in a 60-hour week. This shorter work week gives us all more leisure time to enjoy a standard of living beyond the wildest dreams of anyone who lived a half-century ago. The more we earn, the more our families have to spend for the things they need and want. Young people today have leisure time for fun and enjoy educational opportunities denied their fathers and grandfathers. And fortunately, we have been able to raise our standard of living without sacrificing the spiritual side of life, which means so much to the American family. Our business system has continued to provide a better life for our increasing population, in spite of destructive forces which have pounded against our foundation of freedoms with no avail. However, wars, or the threat of wars, interrupt the normal operations of our competitive business system and may result in government controls which crack essential blocks in our foundation of freedoms. In World War II, wages were controlled. Many workers were frozen to their jobs. Farm prices were controlled. And profits of business were limited. Raw materials were allocated between essential and non-essential business. On Main Street, USA, many of us found less to buy because a good portion of our productive capacity went to the war effort. Prices were fixed, and the available supply of goods was rationed. In war emergencies, we allow government to restrict certain of our freedoms. But we Americans have learned to remove government controls as quickly as possible and to repair the blocks in the foundation of our freedoms to allow our business system to resume its normal operations. While we invest part of our savings to help finance the world's most efficient business system, at the same time we pay taxes to government to finance many kinds of services, which also contribute to our way of life. For example, our taxes must provide the necessary funds to improve and expand our school system. Our taxes must be sufficient to pay for city streets, health, fire, and police protection, and, of course, aid to the needy. Our state taxes help pay for highways, educational institutions, and, among other things, help to finance important experiments to increase the productivity of our farms. Our federal taxes pay for irrigation and reclamation projects, for national parks, postal services, the Weather Bureau, and many other services. Our taxes have to pay for the enormous cost of past wars and provide the funds for a defense program which will ensure the safety of our country. In addition, all of us should be willing to pay whatever taxes are necessary to enable efficient government to improve or expand any essential service. But with our present tax load, we should avoid pressuring government for any new services that aren't absolutely necessary. Because we all know the more our government provides, the more taxes it's forced to collect. None of us can escape. Big business. Small business. Farmers. Workers. Housewives, and all of us have to pay our share. Demanding more and more from government could create a tax burden heavy enough to crack essential blocks in the foundation of our business system. Therefore, we shouldn't let our taxes reach a point where they destroy our ability to save and invest. For, as we have seen, our rising standard of living depends upon a constant flow of savings dollars into our business system each year. In the future of our country, waves of destructive forces will continue to batter against our foundation. When any force weakens the interlocked blocks of our political and economic freedoms, as good citizens, we must be quick to use the tools our Constitution gives us and repair any cracks that may appear. As long as we keep the foundation of our business system strong, we shall be able to maintain and improve the way of life our forefathers conceived and established. A way of life which gave everyone who came to this country the chance to progress according to his ability and enterprise. Like the youth of yesterday, the young people of today deserve the same opportunity to earn success and accomplishment. And on this foundation of freedoms, continue to build a better life for themselves and their fellow man in the world of tomorrow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's intermission time. You now have 10 minutes to stock up on the tasty treats offered at our refreshment stand.
Thanks for coming to our show tonight. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you. We think it's great to be able to enjoy fine entertainment in the comfort and privacy of your own car. The come-as-you-are atmosphere is a pleasant way to relax in the evening. Don't you agree?
You now have 9 minutes. In the meantime, come and enjoy the many delicious treats at our refreshment stand. We've brought back those good old-time flavors, and today they're better than ever. All these delicious treats are waiting for you at the refreshment stand. Delicious fresh popcorn, ice-cold cola, and candy you know and love. They're all ready for you now, so you won't have to miss any of the feature. Come and get them. Now, only 8 minutes. minutes to visit the refreshment stand before the feature starts. You now have 7 minutes to visit the refreshment stand. To make your evening of entertainment more enjoyable, our refreshment stand has these delicious favorites: hot and crispy pizzas, The feature will start in 6 minutes. Still plenty of time to visit our refreshment stand. Observe the laws of your city, state, and nation. They exist to protect the rights and freedoms of everyone. Before the feature starts, you still have 5 minutes to look over the menu before the feature starts.
After the show, please replace the speaker on its stand. If you accidentally break the cord, please turn the speaker in at the refreshment stand or the manager's office. Thank you. And by the way, on your way home, drive carefully.
You now have 4 minutes before the feature starts. America, my land, your land. But will it always remain America the Beautiful? Pollution, a threat to life and health, not to mention one of our greatest natural resources, the scenic beauty of our land. Starting now, we must all pitch in to clean up our country before it's too late. America the Beautiful depends on you. Now, 3 minutes till showtime. Still time to visit our refreshment stand. Now, only 2 minutes till showtime.
Enjoy the weekend with your family. And worship at the church of your choice this weekend.
Now, only 1 minute till showtime. For your convenience, the refreshment stand will remain open during the show. Ladies and gentlemen, time for the show. Once again, thank you for coming to our theater tonight. Have an enjoyable evening. The refreshment stand will remain open for a short time. Still plenty of time to get a snack or cold drink. We'll make an announcement before the stand closes to give you plenty of time to get that last-minute treat.
This is the Kremlin, citadel of Russian communism. Looking at Russia, we might see it as a country to be studied, as we study other nations of the world. Yet we know that Russia today is regarded as a grave threat to our nation, to our freedom, to the peace of the world. Why so? What makes it a threat? Looking closer, we see a clue. Public display of giant portraits of communist leaders. These leaders, by their actions, have caused the world to stand guard. Here, in Russia, you see the reason why so many nations are building up their defenses. Here, in Russia, you see the reason why we are spending billions of dollars in defense production. Why your family is paying the highest taxes in our history. The leaders of Russia tell us their only concern is the defense of their own nation. Is this so? Or are they ambitious for world conquest? Question. A question of communism. Ever hear of Karl Marx? In his mind, communism was born more than 100 years ago. He looked at the world and saw men as divided into two classes, workers and capitalists. In the Communist Manifesto, he called upon the workers, the proletarians, to rise up and overthrow their capitalistic masters. He cried, "The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries, unite." This was the promise and the challenge of communism.
In Russia, the Tsar was the government. To support the wealthy aristocracy, millions of peasants toiled in virtual slavery. The Cossacks, dreaded police of the Tsar, enforced tyrannical laws. Here was fertile ground for the ideas of communism. For here, indeed, the people had nothing to lose but their chains. The chains of the imperial government. In 1914, the Tsar sent his troops into the war that swept Europe. For more than 2 years they fought. While at home, people suffered from shortages, brought about the despotism and corruption of the imperial government. The people grew rebellious. Only a strong army could sustain the Tsar in power. But revolution was preached on the battlefield, too, to an army broken with corruption. Inevitably, the Russian army surrendered. And with the defeated army returning under the banners of revolution, the imperial government fell and revolution reigned. The chains were broken, and in violence was born the government of the proletarians. But a government needs leaders. Ever hear of Nikolai Lenin? He was the first leader of communist Russia. Leon Trotsky was another. Lenin lived but a few years, and out of the vicious struggle for power that followed his death, Joseph Stalin emerged as undisputed leader. Here was a new face, but in the background was an old one, Karl Marx. He established the ultimate aim of communism as world revolution. And the rulers of communist Russia, while firmly establishing their authority at home, created an international organization to stir up revolution throughout the world. Communism was on the march. Stalin was in the Kremlin. But what of the people? The proletarians who had fought to win a new world. Their new world might look promising. But although the land had been taken away from the capitalists, the workers didn't get it. Under communism, virtually everything belongs to the state. The individual has little right to own property or to plan his own life. He's told where to work with his employer. Little freedom to leave his job or seek a better one. Whereas we believe, and our religions teach, that the individual is all important, communism denies religion and debases the individual to a part of the vast machine that powers the state. Children are taken early and molded to fit the machine. Here is no search for truth. The government writes the textbooks, and the children are taught to accept communism and their fate without question. The Kremlin runs all elections, and the outcome is always the same. If anyone dares to disagree, he's given a speedy trial without benefit of jury. Such traitors may be immediately executed or sent off to prison. The proletarians have nothing to but their chains. They have a world to win. Although the people of Russia gained little, the rulers gained mightily in power. They built up a giant war machine, looking forward to the day when their flag would fly over the entire world. Then came the rise of Nazi Germany, another power bent on world conquest. The two nations joined forces, and Russia, believing itself safe from aggression, launched an invasion of Finland and other neighboring nations. For the first time, the world learned that the communists were no longer waiting for world revolution, but were now resorting to outright military aggression to extend their power. After the Nazis turned on their former allies, we supplied Russia with immense quantities of military equipment to wage war against our common foe. And how did Russia come out of the war? In 1917, at the time of the revolution, Russia was already a land of vast area. Soon after the end of World War II, Russia had occupied many new territories, bringing additional millions of people under communist control, and serving notice that Soviet Russia was now a world power to be reckoned with. United with Russia in war, we strove to preserve that unity in peace. We helped organize the United Nations, in which the nations of the world have mutually pledged to cooperate in fostering world peace and progress. Andrei Gromyko signed for Russia. But in the first post-war Italian elections, the communists created disorder in an attempt to gain control of the government. Once more, the world was reminded that basic in the idea of communism is the plan of world revolution, and that Russian communism has stepped beyond that plan to achieve world domination through aggression. In Indochina and Malaya, communist aggression has incited rebellion against established government. In France, communist aggression has fomented strikes against essential industries in attempts to discredit the free government. In Iran, the communists have incited rioting and have preached hatred and distrust of the Western nations. In Eastern Germany, they have openly opposed the West. In China, the communists have established their own puppet government. In Korea, communist aggression has come into actual combat with forces of the United Nations. And with the most deadly of all weapons available to the Russians, no peoples in the world can feel secure against this aggression. How are we meeting this challenge? Yes, one way is by helping the free world fight starvation and poverty and suffering, conditions that pave the way for communist infiltration. We are also supplying equipment for the free nations to develop their own resources and raise their living standards. Another way we are meeting the challenge is by military alliance with some of the other free nations for mutual aid in opposing direct communist aggression. And we are building up our own military defense. But do these preparations mean that we have abandoned hope for peace? No. In the United Nations, we are continually seeking a workable plan for living in peace with communist Russia. Because we want peace. But we do not want this. We believe in freedom. Freedom, born of the conviction that every person is a child of God and is therefore of supreme worth. For these people, for ourselves, for everyone, we want freedom, not tyranny.
This is a story about what to do on a date. It begins one early summer afternoon. It begins with Jeff and Kay and Mick. Of course, you may not have a problem about what to do on a date, but Mick, well, he has a real dating problem. If he took Kay out on a date, what would they do? Where would they go?
Just a minute, Jeff. I'll get my tennis racket.
Okay, Mick, but hurry. Hey, what about asking Kay to come to the community center with us on Friday to fix up that scavenger sale? We could make it a double date.
What?
You heard what I said.
That's no place to take a girl on a date, helping to fix up the scavenger sale, is it?
Why not?
On a first date?
First date?
Yeah. Well, Kay's a swell girl. I was thinking of calling her. Maybe ask her to the show Friday. Good picture, wagon train.
Well, hurry up and call her and let's get going. I still have to get my things yet.
Call her now?
Sure. You know the number, don't you?
Okay. What if she says no?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Kay. This is Nick Baxter.
Oh, hello, Nick. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Say, Kay, next Friday, would you like to see Wagon Train at the movies?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I suppose you've got your mind made up to see it?
You've seen it? She's already seen it.
Well, ask her about the scavenger sale. Go ahead.
Kay, you wouldn't want to help get the scavenger sale ready at the community center, would you?
Oh, I've been hearing about that. Yes, I'd like to very much.
You would? All right. I'll call for you then. About 7? Bye. I sure didn't think she'd go to a place like that for a date. Where's my racket? Oh, ready?
You know, you better think some more, fellow, about what to do on a date.
Do you think she'll have a good time? What do you suppose I'll have to do? You know who all's gonna...
Now, you may not have thought of this sort of thing as a place to take a date, but it looks like it could be fun. A group doing things together. Pretty good idea for a first date. Plenty to do, plenty of people to talk to. But let's see if Nick and Kay are enjoying it.
No amount of stuff can make this thing look any older.
Boy, that is an old timer.
Can you help me put the sign up?
Oh, sure.
I can't quite reach that far.
How's this?
That's about right.
Thanks. Say, Kay, are you really having a good time?
Of course I am. I'm glad you thought of coming here.
So am I. I mean, yes, it was a good idea.
Okay. How about helping with refreshments for the gang?
All right. See you later.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure. Got any more tacks?
I think they're over there by the door.
Yes, it was a good idea to come here. How does Jeff get ideas like that? Hey, what's this? Maybe this is where Jeff gets ideas. A list of coming activities. A bike trip. That could be a lot of fun. A chance to do things with a group, to get acquainted. It does look like a good time, if your partner likes it. Would Kay enjoy a bike trip? Or a weenie roast? Another group date. A chance to learn the give and take of working and playing together. Not much arranging needed, not much expense, and that can be important. Could be a fine date, if Kay would like it. Wonder if she'd like to go to a baseball game. A date that's not too involved, one you can carry through comfortably. And there are all sorts of other sports events, inexpensive dates, most of them. Swimming meets, for example. find many good ideas for dates. Dates that give you a good chance to get acquainted. And dates that you don't have to worry too much about in advance. It was a good deal coming here tonight, double dating with Jeff and Phyllis. When all four are good friends and enjoy the same things, double dates can be lots of fun. Or you can ask Kay to go on dates with you alone, if you plan for what she enjoys.
Hey, you loafer. What are you doing over there?
Be right there.
Fine thing. As soon as Kay isn't around to supervise, you go off on a vacation.
You know, Maestro, I don't think your date ideas are so original.
What?
About what to do on a date, I mean. But what I'd like to know is, how can you figure out what a girl would like to do? A certain girl, I mean.
Well, you might ask her.
Yeah, Nick's looking for you. Is he good company? He always seems so quiet.
We get along all right. He's got a good sense of humor, and we haven't run out of things to say yet.
He's kind of cute. You gonna date him again?
I don't know. Besides, he hasn't asked me. George, get out of there.
I'm hungry.
If you want to do something, take the Cokes out there.
Okay, come on, here you go.
All set?
I think so. Come and get it, everybody.
Come on, we eat. Let's go.
Eat at your own risk.
Hi, stranger.
I decided to come out of hiding.
Say, this looks good. You make the sandwiches?
Lattery will get you no place. Where should we go?
How about over here?
Oh, fine.
Your table, madame.
Thank you, sir. This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah. You sure you like to do things like this?
Sure.
I thought all girls wanted fellas to take them to fancy places, spend lots of money.
Not this girl.
You know, I sort of like things like this, too. You won't laugh. I like to go on bicycle trips, too. Do you?
And miniature golf. You like that?
Yeah, and weenie roasts and square dances.
And baseball games and taffy pull. I think they're swell.
Say, you like to do lots of things, don't you? Say, Kay, next Friday there's going to be a weenie roast, or there'll be a bowling party if you'd rather do that, or we could go to the band concert.
Oh, I'd enjoy going to the weenie roast very much. Unless you'd rather go bowling.
No, I'd rather go to the weenie roast. If Jeff goes with Phyllis, we could double date with them.
Hey, Nick, hey, come on, we're gonna break open the ice cream.
Okay, be right there. Is it all right then, about Friday?
Yes, Nick, it's a date.
Yes, there are lots of things to do on dates. If you know how to look for them, if you plan them with the other person in mind, and if you really try to make sure each date's a good time. If you do these things, you'll know what to do on your date.
I'd go with my wages, Bobcat. But ride that thing? Forget it.
Come on, Daddy. Come on. One price to pay for the whole day. All the rides, all the shows, and on it goes. Libertyland, Libertyland. Wonderful, wonderful Libertyland, Libertyland.
4WD のメインエレンター、ホンダアクティ新登場。パワーだ、スピードだ、タフネスだ。K でもグレート、ホンダアクティ 4WD 新登場。
La batte légère, moi j'ai compris, elle a du goût. Non, non, non. Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est qu'elle se prend bien. Elle a du goût, compris? Oui, mais avoue qu'elle se prend bien.
Paul, une lavette légère. Voyons les gars, au lieu d'en parler, faites donc comme moi. En tout cas, moi j'ai compris.
Que ce soit pour le goût ou parce qu'elle se prend bien, avez-vous remarqué combien de vrais buveurs de bière choisissent la batte légère?
Ça se comprend, c'est une lavette.
The fuse has been lit for explosive action.
USA has packed your Tuesday nights with the superstars of wrestling. It's Tuesday Night Titans Wrestling TNT. Featuring the heroes, the villains, the glamour, the glory. Tuesday Night Titans Wrestling TNT. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on USA. It's dynamite.
With wrestling superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Stuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly them and flip them in the Sling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling superstars and new wrestling ring, each sold separately from LJN.
If you shopped at my competition, you'd be talking about $450 a month. Here, $248. Here, $157. Competition, $300. Brand new custom conversion pickup. Tell them, Dream, tell them. $99.99. Custom conversion pickup right here. Stuyvesant Road, #1 in Florida, #1 in your heart, and #1 in custom vans, trucks, cars, motorcycles, BB guns, whatever it is, Jack. We're #1 in it. #1.
アントニオ猪木のひまわりナッツ。
自然健康新発売。
Hi, how are you? We're in Piper's Pit, and I can't believe it. I'm sitting here with the greatest wrestling manager of all time, Captain Lou Albano. And, Captain, I ain't never had nobody make no phone calls. What you doing, man? Who you talking to? The president? What you doing? Ooh, I can't hear you.
Roddy with the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Action Hotline. Listening right here, talking about Roddy Piper.
Who?
Now, they're talking about Captain Lou Albano. They're talking about the Samoans.
Wait a second. What's the number? What's the number? Let me call the number.
Minneapolis, St. Paul, listen up. This is Jesse the Body Ventura talking to you from the Chicago Lake Liquor Store, across from Sears in Minneapolis. Where should you turkeys go to buy your beer? Chicago Lake Liquor Store. You can get the finest in domestic beer as well as imported beer. You can drink...
You'll find a scene like this in nearly every village, town, and city throughout the country. For in the hopes and dreams of everyone, there's a home they can call their own. Home brings a sense of security to a man. And to every woman, her home means a setting for gracious living. How do I know? Well, I'm a contractor. And over the years, I've helped a lot of people realize their dreams. Building new houses and remodeling old ones, too. And probably the most important step is the one these young people are going through right now.
And we'll have the living room right in here. And the kitchen right here so we can see the children playing in the yard.
Yeah, the children. Children? Say, how many are you planning on? Not more than 6, I hope. Maybe I better add a few more rooms back here at that.
Silly. And we have shrubbery, of course, right along in here. And, oh, darling, it's going to be just perfect.
That's right. It's the planning that makes all the difference between happiness and headaches as the years go by. For instance, have you two decided what material to use on the outside walls? Wood provides a number of possibilities. Or you might choose stucco, or brick, or stone. All of these materials have been adapted for sidewall use for hundreds of years. But suppose we look at a material designed especially for sidewalls. You know, industrial research has given us a lot of materials designed to do a specific job better and made to plan specifications. For instance, rayon and then nylon. Materials which make fabrics more beautiful and easier to care for than natural ones. And new plastic materials like this are light, strong, and durable. Industry, too, has created new materials for the home. Today's floors, for example, are made of a modern, resilient material, which is more colorful, more durable, and easier to clean. And science also created asbestos cement roofing, which has made buildings safer and more durable. This material, available in many types and colors, is not only attractive, but fireproof, too. This same kind of scientific thinking was applied to the problem of sidewalls for the homes of America. In the development of a better siding material, rigid specifications were set up. It must be attractive, easy to handle, adjustable to architectural design, weatherproof, and rot-proof. Furthermore, it must be safe from the hazards of fire, and above all, free from constant maintenance expense. It was natural that the scientists would turn to asbestos, for this is a remarkable mineral. Actually stone, it is made up of tiny but extremely strong and flexible fibers. Combined with Portland cement, these fibers act as a reinforcing agent, just as steel rods are used to reinforce concrete. Being stone, asbestos will not burn. In fact, it is best known for its use in all fields of fire protection. And too, the great success of asbestos, combined with Portland cement in the roofing field, made it a natural choice in research for a better siding. So, from long testing and experiment, there came asbestos cement siding. Strong and tough, it could be handled and applied like ordinary shingles. It was given every conceivable test. It was absolutely fire safe, for even a torch couldn't burn it. And water couldn't harm it. It withstood all kinds of weather, sun, wind, snow, and sleet. This machine, called a weatherometer, in a few days duplicates years of weather conditions. This material won't rot or decay, so it doesn't need paint to preserve it. However, it can be painted if the homeowner desires. Laboratory tests are only half of the story. The actual use of this material on homes over the years is the final convincing proof. Here is an asbestos siding shingle nearly 15 years old, and here is a brand new one. As you can see, the old shingle is still attractive, still as strong and sturdy as the day it was made. In fact, it is actually denser and harder. And so asbestos cement took its place with other sidewall materials, wood, brick, stucco, and stone. And because this material was created specifically for the job of home building, it not only combines the advantages of the other materials, but makes possible important economies in building and maintenance costs. From the standpoint of appearance, this type of sidewall creates new and pleasing effects. But its use is not confined to new construction. Here, it is being applied to an old home, right over the existing sidewalls, under the critical eye of an applicating contractor, a specialist in modernization. These applicating contractors, using great talent and imagination, are turning old houses, often eyesores, into beautiful and gracious homes. These sidewalls have no limitation as to style, size, or geographical location. For example, This is the Woodbury Gardens development in Long Island, where wide use of asbestos cement shingles is made. And here in the Southern Homes development, these colorful sidewalls add beauty to the community. This contemporary home shows how modern asbestos materials can be adapted to any style or design. Notice how the asbestos cement sidewalls help add dignity and charm. And this is the Bissell Hills development in St. Louis. Here in the heart of the Midwest, amid the rolling foothills of the Ozarks, house siding is subject to extremes of heat and cold. And here in Glasgow Village, neither high humidity nor winter ice affect walls covered with asbestos cement siding. Now let's move to California. This is the El Dorado Ranchos development in Southern California. These homes reflect the colorful West Coast trend. Asbestos cement sidewalls are ideal here, for they come in many colors that are rich in tone, colors that will stay beautiful for a lifetime. And while these walls will never need protective painting, they can be painted if the owner should ever desire a new color scheme. And so it is, from New York to Los Angeles, from Miami to Seattle, in every climate, in every community, this new sidewall has brought better homes. To get a better idea of what people in the building business think of asbestos cement sidewalls, let's visit Mr. Randolph Evans, a nationally known architect. Mr. Evans, what do you think of asbestos cement siding as a sidewall for the homes you design?
I like it very much. We've been waiting for it a long time. Finally, modern research has come up with a color and a texture that is just as modern and as contemporary as the houses that we are trying to do. See, in this house, I've combined it with vertical siding to get a balance. And here, on this smaller house, the horizontal lines are used to emphasize the width of the house. This is a very popular type of ranch house. No other material will look as well on this type of house as asbestos cement siding. This is definitely a contribution to the homeowner. It's durable, it's attractive, and it's low in maintenance cost.
Well, thank you, Mr. Evans. And now let's go to Levittown, a modern garden community in Long Island, New York. A community designed for modern living. And here we find another authority, Mr. Norman Denny, Vice President for Materials of Levitt & Sons, builders of Levittown. Mr. Denny, we see that you're using asbestos cement siding on your homes. Can you tell us why?
Yes. These sidewalls help us create distinctive and attractive homes. Our customers like them. We've sold more than 17,000 homes here in Levittown. And in this business, a very important point is to figure your cost right down to the bone. This type sidewall is not only good, it's economical too. And more important, it helps us keep on schedule. It has a long life and a low cost of maintenance. And first, last, and always, our customers like them. And what they like, we like.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. And now let's talk to still another person. This is Mrs. Adams. Well, Mrs. Adams, we've been admiring your new home.
Well, it's not so new. In fact, it's over 30 years old. However, we did have new sidewalls put on about 10 years ago.
Tell us, Mrs. Adams, what has been your experience with these asbestos cement sidewalls?
Well, we've been very pleased. Joe, that's my husband, got an FHA loan to have the job done. He figures that what we've saved by not having to paint the walls every few years has more than paid for the new siding. And it certainly has improved the value of the place, though we're not thinking of selling, mind you. And, well, I like the looks of it. And it's never given us any trouble at all.
And so it is all over the country. For business buildings and apartments. For farm homes and buildings. For churches for remodeling, for big houses and cottages. The people who use asbestos cement siding report with satisfaction. It keeps homes snug and tight against all kinds of weather. It gives real protection against the hazards of fire. For example, here is a home protected with asbestos cement sidewalls that withstood the intense heat of this brush fire and escaped unharmed. And so, we suggest you consider this material for the walls of your home. Designed to last a lifetime, a trouble-free lifetime.
Oh, it is attractive.
Yes, and it'll stay that way, too. That's what I like about it.
Yes, and that goes for all who plan to build a new home or modernize an old one. For here, like your modern plastics, like your asbestos roof, like your modern floor covering, is a material made according to plan, a product developed to meet your needs, and designed for a lifetime of beauty.
Company was the first to make asbestos cement shingles for use exclusively on sidewalls. These homes built with ruberoid sidewalls are all over 12 years old. You'll notice that they're still fresh and attractive, and incidentally, they're all white. Today's home builders, however, are color conscious. With new production methods and techniques, with a new concept of color and style, asbestos cement sidewalls have become an important element in exterior home design. And here is the newest and most exciting development in the entire siding field. Ruberoid's amazing new color-grained sidewalls. Notice the richness, the warmth, the charm of these sidewalls. Notice, too, the exclusive duotone colors. These were decorator designed for Ruberoid by one of the nation's leading color consultants. These distinctive grain-textured duotone shades bring modern color styling within the reach of everyone. The selection of rich colors enables anyone to be his own exterior decorator, makes possible effects found only in the most expensive homes. Note these colors produced by an exclusive new process. This is the distinctive moss green. Notice the natural appearing texture, so closely resembling wood shakes. And here is a rustic brown color grain shingle. See how the textured finish adds richness and depth to the shingle. This is birch gray. The darker tone in the valleys of the texture gives the duotone shading, which makes this siding outstanding. And this is the mission ivory shade, so perfect for modern ranch house styles. Notice how the straight grain finish with its highlight and shadow effect makes vertical joints invisible. Yes, these distinctive grain-textured duotone shades bring modern color styling within the reach of everyone. Yet the charm and beauty of these sidewalls are achieved by more than the color and texture that is built into these shingles. It comes in part from this striking shadow line, which adds so much to the appearance. This, too, is an exclusive patented Ruberoid feature. To get this effect, the applicator first installs the specially designed asphalt shadow edge weather strips. They provide a tight weatherproofing seal for the wall. A felt backing is not needed. Now, when the siding is nailed in place, the lower edge of each shingle is raised about 1/4 of an inch. This produces a heavy shadow line, similar to those found with clapboard or double-course wood shingles. The same effect can be gained by using a tapered wood strip or wood lath. Felt backing, of course, is used in this case. These wood strips provide an ideal nailing base for applying asbestos siding over non-wood sheathing without the use of special fasteners. Note the pleasing effect. The combination duotone shingles and the distinctive shadow edge method of application bring a new concept of beauty to today's homes. And of course, because they're made of asbestos cement, they're practically indestructible. And here's another Ruberoid asbestos cement product. This soffit is stonewall board, made for lifetime use. With new colors, new styling, new textured shingles, you too can be an exterior decorator. Whether you wish to bring new beauty to old sidewalls or to create a truly modern, beautiful new home, be sure to look at Ruberoid color grain siding, the decorator design siding which will keep your home bright, clean, and new for years to come.
Suburbs. Almost as much written about as Madison Avenue, and just as much in need of reflection. Like Madison Avenue, life in the suburbs has its good moments and others not so good.
Oh, no!
Discouraged? Disgruntled? Heck no. They're glad to be here. Remember? So they join the stream of family life in the suburbs, soon to become part of its familiar sights, soon to absorb its familiar sounds.
Anybody home?
These are what Red Book means by its young adults. People in a certain living situation with particular interests and particular goals. These young adults begin to discover Red Book about the time they apply for their marriage license, start life in their own homes, have their first baby, take out their first loan, and they stay with Red Book through their busiest years. As Red Book sees them, they're an energetic lot, a carefree lot, even though so suddenly plunged into family life. As the babies start coming, they usually decide to concentrate on their houses, with the woman staying home to learn new ways to run a household. Where it soon dawns on her that she could use a little expert help. While the kids are young, many of the mothers try to stay at home, which isn't always so easy either. There are times when it's good to have other young adults to talk to. But wherever they go, there's usually a baby nearby. And about the time the parents think their children have them hypnotized, they give a party and bring the kids.
School construction, we were talking about that all the time. I think that when they build the schools, you can plan.
I'd rather have only big auditoriums and gymnasiums.
Well, you don't educate by an auditorium. Today, so you can have those.
I always know how my children will behave.
That's good.
Since time began, been symbolic of evil, destruction, death. Out of the slime and darkness it comes to inflict its life-destroying poison on the careless, the unwary, the unprotected. No sane person would deliberately expose himself to its venom. No intelligent person would venture within striking distance of its fangs. Yet today, young people are flirting with a poison every bit as deadly as that of the snake. One of the potentials for illegal drug traffic is the school. Here, the connection can be found with these peddlers of misery who prey on the unwary, the uninformed, the curious, the thrill seekers. Most young people will continue through life as normal, responsible citizens. Others, the shunted and unloved, the unguided, the seekers of thrills and kicks are candidates for the slave world of lifelong drug addiction. But no one is immune. How does it happen? Where does it start? What are the signs? The pattern is generally the same. Take a lack of responsibility, the inability to make right choices, add to it ignorance and indifference, and top it off with a desire for escapism and kicks. The sum total is then conceivably found in the bennies, the reefer, the pop needle. Take John Scott. He'd be the first to laugh at the thought of his being hooked. Sure, before the last exam, he took a couple of bennies to pep him up, but so what? Everybody knows a couple can't do any harm. What he should have known is that not only are barbiturates dangerous to his nervous system, but they destroy the inner resources he has now to overcome the obstacles of daily life. But he's too busy with his girl, his car, his sports.
The little problems he has don't seem too important. He knows he's failing in English and on the borderline in math, but he's not really worried. He knows he'll be okay on the next exam. Sure, he'd be willing to come for extra instruction on Saturday, but Saturday's his practice day. He's doing well in track, and he feels he will do better. With more training and practice, he might even get to represent the school in the state finals. But word has come down that his grades aren't too good. Unless he pulls them up, he can be put off the team. A normal enough problem with a normal enough solution. Hit the books a little harder, get a little help, and pull them up. It will mean giving up some fun and weekends, but he knows he can do it. If necessary, he can cram a few days before the exam and even pep himself up on bennies. He handled them before, and he knows where to draw the line. He knows he'll never go beyond that step. But someone else knows John has taken his first step toward drugs. Someone who is willing to help him take the second and the steps where eventually he becomes a member of that tight society of drug addicts. To John, it seems perfectly natural and innocent to bump into an old classmate. He hasn't seen Pete since he dropped out of school last year. From the looks of him, he seems to be doing well on his out-of-town selling job. What John doesn't know is the selling job is pushing dope, and the long absence from town isn't. Their accidental meeting calls for a little celebration, and Pete has just the thing. There's a little private party going on tonight, plenty of fun and laughs. Take a break a little. It sounds good, but today's his Father's Day off, and John needs his help with some school problems. If there's another party sometime, maybe he can make it then. But Pete isn't interested in sometime, or maybe, or squares. If you want to swing, call him. Right now, he's got to split. He's got to find fish ready to be hooked. Victims to supply him with money for the heroin he needs today and tomorrow and tomorrow. Compared to Pete's problems, John's are nothing. Poor grades, expulsion from the team, the frustrations and responsibilities of growing up seem important only to himself. All he needs is a little help, a little guidance, a little understanding. But the help, the guidance, the understanding are not there when he needs it. His parents are away just when he was counting on them to be home. His problems must wait for tomorrow, or he can solve them tonight alone. Only he can go just so far alone. During his childhood, he was loved, helped, protected. Suddenly, that's all gone. Now he's in a man's body, he's expected to be a man, to stand alone on his own 2 feet. This he will gladly do, but he needs a little push. He needs someone to help him over the hump of schoolwork that's troubling him. Today, he's had it. The studies can wait until tomorrow. He knows he can finish them then. What he doesn't know is behavior habits formed long ago are now taking over. The practice of putting things off, making excuses, shirking unpleasant tasks is strongly etched in his character. It's Saturday night, and everyone else is out having fun. It's the best excuse in the world to join the party. John, the party is swinging. Just the thing he needs to pep him up. The stage is set, the principal players are in position, the curtain is up. John doesn't realize it, but he has just been cast as the star fall guy in a real-life tragedy.
The excitement of Helen and several beers have taken effect. Inhibition and caution are forgotten. When Helen suggests they have a few more beers, he's all for it. Why not? Everyone else is doing it. To refuse would be square, and that terrible label must be avoided at all costs. Besides, he's never been high on it before, and he never will. He can handle the stuff. The only trouble is he can't handle so much. Under the influence of the beer, Helen comes through as much more friendly. He's flattered by her attentions and her interest in him. If he could see her arms scarred by the needle marks, he would know she's a hype. If he could see her police record, he would know she works for Pete. Pete and Helen know their parts well. They've been through it before, and they know the time is right. Throw out the sucker bait. It's time for the next step. The next step is the garage. There, some of the gang are really blasting. That's where the real action is. Come on and take a look. Take a trip from Squaresville. Live a little and see what it's like for yourself. The senses are dulled just enough to be reckless. Helen, the music, the beer, the promise of excitement press in on him. Now, curiosity has to be satisfied. And why not? It can't do any harm to look. The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite. Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs, for discovery brings with it the penalties of society: shame, arrest, prison. So destroy the evidence, leave not a trace, burn it in paper trash. That way they can deny possessing the illegal marijuana. They can say the flaming can is part of a game. They can lie. They can swear. This time, the gang's lucky. It's not the law, or discovery, or problems. It's just their supplier, Pete, with his #1 chick, and a new guy looking for kicks. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. To John, his first pot party looks exciting. Everyone seems to be having fun. Best of all, there are no parents, no other adults, no one to interfere with the fun. The feeling of importance, of belonging, of putting one over is taking hold. Pete intends to tighten that hold, to squeeze it, to hook it, to lock it in. Now's the time to introduce the joints. But Pete has learned the rules well. A pusher can never be caught with the stuff on him. Instead, he must leave it, stash it, get it from a flunky. This is the test, the time to separate the man from the boy. John's willpower, individuality, character are slipping down the drain. In their place come the old behavior habits and excuses. Everybody else is doing it. If he can handle bennies and beer, he should be able to handle a few harmless puffs, just to see what it's like. The natural defenses are crumbling. The barriers of caution are beaten down. Drag it, man. Try anything once. Fly. You can't get a habit from weed. Quit whenever you like. Don't be chicken. Come on, man. Get with it. Under the proddings of the gang, the effects of the atmosphere and beer, the desire to belong, he chooses to go along. John surrenders his dignity and lays his future on the chopping block. Not whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. But if he stopped to think, he would see the stupidity of it all. Now he's too involved to think. He's having kicks. He's away and flying. Up, up, out of this world. But everything that goes up must come down. When John came down, he landed with a thud. Due to the effects of the alcohol and the late hours at the party, the following day he was too tired, too sick to study. Now, facing another school day, he finds the same problems, the same responsibilities are still with him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's intermission time. You now have 10 minutes to stock up on the tasty treats offered at our refreshment stand.
Thanks for coming to our show tonight. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you. We think it's great.
Hi, I'm Linda Evans, and I'd like to congratulate you on your exciting new purchase. I know from my own personal experience and the experience of others that the Rejuvenique system is an investment that can produce amazing results for your face and skin. And since it's a system, not a cream, it can keep on producing those results for years to come. Now, in just a few seconds, we're going to take you step by step through the setup and operation of your Rejuvenique system so you can start achieving your own results. We'll give you easy-to-follow instructions on assembling the system, fitting the mask to your face, and operating the controls. And in addition, we'll give you details on how to get the best results and answer the most commonly asked question.
Your system comes complete with everything you need to get started. Madness.